What is going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video, and I'm going to be completely honest with all of you. I recorded a video, went to the gym, then came back and was about to publish that said video, but then all hell broke loose in terms of health and safety protocols. So I had to re-record this video. So bear with me, because I don't know what's going on right now. By the time this video gets out to you guys, there might be some more news and details to take note of. But here's what we do know. The Raptors have so many key guys in health and safety protocols, and their game against the Bulls is still scheduled for Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I have no idea how this game is even going to be played after what we know. So who's out? Pascal Siakam, Delano Banton, Gary Trent Jr., Fred VanVleet, Malachi Flynn, Scotty Barnes, Precious Achiuwa, all in health and safety protocols. Then you have Champagnie with an illness. You got Johnson, who's not going to be available. He's dealing with a calf injury. And Dragic isn't with the team. And then you got Khem Birch, who's questionable. So all of a sudden, the Raptors are down to only 7 regulars. OG Anunoby, Khem Birch, assuming he's able to go, Watanabe, Mihailuk, Boucher, Champagnie, if he's not sick anymore. And by the way, he's not sick with you-know-what, the C word. It's another illness. Bonga, plus replacement players for tomorrow's game. And by the way, those replacement players are Nick Stauskas, Juan Morgan, Brandon Goodwin, and Tremont Waters, who the Raptors have brought in on emergency contract deals. And this is what Josh Lundberg had to say on Twitter. He says this: among the many concerns about the Raptors getting on this plane and playing, how confident are they that those 6 players who are testing negative today will continue to test negative tomorrow? This team is in an outbreak and shouldn't be going anywhere, let alone playing basketball. And I agree with those words from Josh Lundberg. And then Lundberg said this on Twitter: say what you want about NBA's approach to postponements last season, but at least it was consistent. If you could dress 8 guys, you were playing. If you couldn't, you were not. They're all over the place this year. No idea how they're determining what gets postponed versus what doesn't. And I agree. I mean, you really are going to have the Raptors play this game when their entire team is basically in protocols, and then you got guys literally rushing to the scene to be a replacement player, guys who were on the couch yesterday going to be in an NBA game a day later just so you can go ahead with that game. I don't know how much longer the NBA can go on like this, but this has just been a complete disaster. And now you look at the Raptors, health and safety protocols all of a sudden is now going to affect their season. You talk about the Raptors ready to hit their stride, potentially getting back on par, looking to hit 500, and now they got this to deal with. And we know how badly health and safety protocols hit them last season. I mean, they were hitting momentum, they were playing well, and then what happened? They were like in 4th in the East, everything was looking good, then this hit them, and then the season went downhill from there. So I'm hoping that's not the case here, and guys can return, but these guys could be out for as many as 10 days, which is huge. So now all of a sudden, the Raptors, it looks like, are going to be forced to play in these games. But this is just wild stuff. I mean, at first, I thought it was going to be Siakam and Banton. And then when I recorded the video earlier today, it was Siakam, Banton, Trent, and VanVleet, and Flynn. And then you hear about Barnes and Achiuwa joining them. So it's like, you start backpedaling a little bit. And it's like the Raptors should have never played that game against the Brooklyn Nets. I think that's probably what sparked all this. So it's, I don't even know what to say anymore, guys. But this has just been wild. This has been a representation of what the NBA season and NBA teams are going through right now. This isn't sustainable, I'll tell you that much. Like, even Christmas Day games, the NBA has told teams, have replacement players available just in case. I'm not ready to sit there on Christmas and watch a glorified G League game for the sake of the NBA just profiting off of that. Like, something needs to happen here. Something needs to change, but I don't know. I'm not the right guy to ask in terms of that. But this is a lingering issue and a growing concern, not only in the NBA, but all sports leagues. We've seen the NHL shut down. NFL is dealing with this. Now the NBA is. And now the Raptors are a team that we watch and follow closely. And the Raptors were one of the few teams in the NBA that hadn't had an outbreak, that literally had the benefit of not dealing with one of these. But now their luck has run out. I know this isn't just a Raptors problem. This is an entire NBA problem. And I know the Bulls have had so much time off recently, a team that the Raptors are scheduled to play tomorrow night. But now we'll see what happens with the Raptors, because it's true. What if the guys who are on the plane going to Chicago, what if one of those guys all of a sudden tests positive? Then what? Then you postpone that game, or you literally get the guy working concessions to start for your team? Like, I really don't know how this is all going to end. But what I do know is this. The Raptors are experiencing this now, and I just hope it does not derail their season as it did last season, because, like I said, they were starting to get back on track. They were having a very good December overall. They were winning these games, one game removed from 500, and now you're taking on a healthy Bulls team who have all their players with half a team, not even, and then you're going to be taking on the Cavaliers, who've been playing really good so far. And it's like, when are you going to get your team back together fully healthy? We just got some key pieces back in terms of injuries. OG thankfully came back at the perfect time, but then just the Raptors' luck, they get key guys back only to lose other key guys due to this. So, wild stuff, guys. But let me know what your reaction is to all this. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Plus, ring the bell. I didn't want to do a video on this, but I have to talk about it. I mean, it's escalated. This is out of control now. So I had to address it in a video. Leave your comments down below. All I know is this. The NBA and the entire world has a very big problem right now.